Hi, good day everyone. My name is Chang Xuan Wu and my partner Teoh Kah Yong will present about pre-weaning mortality in piglets. So, in a sophisticated science and technology, the swine industry has developed rapidly and developed well. However, there is still many problems that occur in the swine industry. We will focus on mortality in piglet and more focus on the pre-weaning mortality in piglet. So pre-weaning piglet means that the piglet has depend on the sow milk as a main source of nutrition. So pre-weaning piglet mortality means that this pre-weaning piglet die before they get weaned. So this is the journal that we have used to analyze the pre-weaning piglet mortality. So after we have studied all the journal and review, we found that USA has 22.6% of pre-weaning piglet mortality, well followed by Australia which is 18%. Well, Malaysia, Congress, we get the lowest among these few countries which is 8.92%. So from this pie chart, we can conclude that crushing is the main factor of the pre-weaning piglet mortality. However, there is other factors that contribute to the pre-weaning piglet mortality also. So let's look down. So crushing is occur when the sow changes the posture, particularly when they want to lay down from standing or rolling over. The ignorance of the sow and the inability of piglet to avoid from the sow will cause crushing. Besides that, low weanability is the second main factor that causes the pre-weaning piglet mortality. Low weanability means that the piglet conditions are weak, which means when they farrow, their body weight is not more than 0.8 kg. So this low weanability will cause them to have a low competency to compete with other piglets to get the sow milk. Second is starvation, which occurs when the piglet cannot compete with other healthy piglet, or they cannot get enough food, so they will die due to starvation. So these three actually is interrelated with each other, because if they born with low weanability, they are unable to escape from the sow, they got crushing, and if they cannot compete with other piglets, they are starvation. So all three are the interrelated cause contribute to the pre-weaning piglet mortality. The fourth one is the housing environment. The environment of the farrowing unit have to be very clean and hygiene, and have to make sure that the ventilation are good. Because if the ventilation or the temperature in the farrowing unit is not well to the piglet, it will cause heat stress and cold stress during day and night respectively. Besides that, infection is also one of the factors that cause the piglet to die before they wean. The infection can be due to the low immunity level in the body, or because of the bacterial infection that coming from the unhygiene facility. Last is the diarrhea. Diarrhea occurs when there is changes in the diet piglet and we feed them with those poor quality of feed. Diarrhea will also spread to other piglet and affect the whole production of the entire farm. So this is the solution for that. We may categorize to three, which is farrowing, facility management, sow management, and piglet management. For farrowing management, we have a farrowing facility management. We have to make sure that all the facilities are clean and disinfected. We also have to make sure that the farrowing crate with larger space, maintain optimal housing environment, and the flowing pipe have to be selected to easier to clean the waste. Besides that, sow management, we can give vaccination before the farrowing and parasite treatment to avoid parasite, give oxytocin, colostrum to the sow to make sure that the sow have the good quality before they get farrow, and the parity number should not more than 11. Last, piglet management, we have to fostering them, sizing, give all those supplements, tail docking, ear notching, toothbrushing, tie the navy cord, and give them good nutrition. That's all from me. I will pass to my partner.
My name is Kah Yong, and previously my partner has introduced about the factors and the solution to overcome those factors. But now the problem is, although we have discovered some factors and think of the solution to overcome it, there is still continuously pre-weaning mortality in the farm all over the world. So after we have discovered some other possible factors that contributing to these problems. So these are the three possible factors that after we discovered. So the first one is the worker. Workers are not skillful and attentive enough to handle the piglets and the sow. Some workers, they are ignorant as they do not supervise the sow when they want to farrowing. As we know, when the sow want to farrow, they require a lot of attention, and if we are ignorant, this will cause the pre-weaning mortality in piglets. Besides, ignorant workers do not put attention on the nutrition of the pre-weaning sow. It also cause many problems in the sow, as well as the development of the piglets. And as a result, this will have caused some defect in the piglets. For example, deformed or mummified piglet will be produced. So next, the factor is the farmers. If some of the farmers are not updated with the current disease, and hence their farm do not have the prevention method to prevent those diseases. So if there is some outbreak of the diseases, their farm will be easily spread, and this will cause a lot of production loss, which include the higher mortality in the pre-weaning piglet. The thirdly is the genetic. If the gene of the sow and boar are not preferable to current environment, this will also contributing to the pre-weaning piglet mortality. For example, some of the breed, maybe they will perform best in tropical country, but if they are imported to temperate country, they will not perform well, as the weather is not suitable for them to perform. Hence, it is very important to choose the appropriate genetic of breed as a parent stocks to enhance the survivability of future generation. Thus, it is very important for us to evaluate all those factors well and think of the win-win situation to increase the production of the farm, as well as decrease the pre-weaning mortality of the piglet. So this picture shows the prolapse intestine of piglets as a result of the sow stepping on a long navel cord of piglet. This problem can be prevented if the worker is attentive enough to cut the navel cord of the piglet immediately after birth. These are the three new solutions that we think of to overcoming the possible factors that we discussed just now. First is the skillful worker, secondly is effective treatment schedule, and thirdly is select favorable genetic as parent generation. So firstly, skillful workers is required to overcoming the problem and reduce the pre-weaning piglet mortality. As supervision during pre-farrowing, farrowing and post-farrowing piglet of the sow is very important. This is because prior to farrowing, the sow will show some signs as, for example, restlessness, or their teeth will be swollen with milk. So when the workers see these signs, they must be attentive enough and supervise the sow as they will be farrowing anytime. And once the piglet is born, tail docking, ear notching, and those managements will be carried out immediately. And the workers should also attend the seminar to expose to current diseases. Secondly, effective treatment schedule is also very important, as the workers must change medicine to prevent antibiotic resistance. If the sow is infected by some diseases, the dose of the antibiotic must be given strictly follow the instruction of the professionals such as the veterinarians. So this is because if the antibiotic does not give full dose, the sow will have resistance to it, and this is worse serious issue as the farm will be wasting money to unuseful treatment. Okay, so next, we can also feed the intestinal fecal of diarrhea piglets to sow to induce the maternal immunity. As we know, the piglets will gain their immunity from the maternal through the colostrum. So this is very important. If we feed the intestine of diarrhea piglet to the mother, that is the sow, they will boost the sow's immunity and pass to the piglets. So next, lastly is select the favorable genetic as parent generation. We can import some of the imported breed from overseas and cross with the local breed, so we can get a hybrid that is more resistant to the diseases and grow well in our country. So that's all from us. Thank you.